Hi, in my previous video, I had shown you how you can declare variable and how you can print the value of the variables. Okay, and how to give normal output and how to give formatted output means with a message before the value of the variable. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use if-else-if in your program. Okay, now for that, say I'm giving a class name like if demo. Now here I have created this class, so you can see the class has appeared over here, and now I'm writing here. Say we can, as you know, that we can write the program if we question if we want to, or if I want to give a message before the program, uh, or something before the program. If I want to write, I can write in this place. So suppose I have written my question over, right? Program to find the bigger number, for example. Okay, now here say I'll declare int a is equal to 90 and comma b is equal to 34. Now here what I have done, I have declared two variable, and I have declared, and also I have assigned value 90 to a and 34 to variable b. But when you declare similar type of variable, you can write in one line. Only in the beginning you'll have to give the keyword. You don't need to write like this, int a then int. You don't need to write like this, just separate with it with a comma, and then you can write only once this. But for this first similar type of variable, if you want to write float, then you'll have to declare in different. So now when we use if in Java, we use different operators. We use different symbols to compare the values. Okay, and here I'll show you how you can find out the bigger number. Void main. So as you know that we cannot write anything within the body of the class. In the body of the class, we only can declare variable, and we can write method only. All other commands you'll have to write inside a method. Now here what I'm doing, if here I'm writing a is greater than b, then put a curly bracket over this, system dot out dot println the bigger number is plus a. Okay, now this here I'm only using if. Only when a is greater than b, then only the bigger number will appear as a. So the here the bigger number is actually a, so the output you'll get, the bigger number is 90. Okay, let's run this program. So I'm running the program, no syntax error has come. So right click this, then right click void main. So now is the bigger number is 90. It is coming like that. Now for example, if 90 is not the bigger number, so say let's make it 9, then what will happen? So now right click, okay, right click void main. Now you see there's nothing is coming in output. So that means if this is true, then it is fine, it will print this line. But otherwise what? So that we can put in else you put same way, system dot output the bigger number is b. So now compile. Now it is coming, the bigger number is 34. So the logic of if else if is what, sorry, if else is what, that if this condition is true, then this is called the true body. Whatever you have written inside this, computer doesn't know what you're writing, but whatever command or whatever statement you have given, those set of statements or statement will be executed. Otherwise, if not, if suppose this is false, then it will come to the else part. And always remember, this conditions always returns boolean value, either true or false. So it will only execute that this body only when this condition will return true. Otherwise it will come to the else part and it will execute whatever you have written in else. So now we use different symbols to compare value. So different symbols means this symbol greater than we use, this symbol greater than we use to check if the uh, left hand side value is greater than right hand side value or not. Less than symbol we use to check whether the right hand side value is greater less than the right hand side value or not. Now greater than equal to will check whether the left hand side value is greater than the right hand side value or not, or if not greater than, it will check whether the values are equal or not. In both the cases it will return true. Less than equal to will check whether the left hand side value is less than the right hand side value or not, or if not, then also it will check whether it is equal, the values are equal or not. In both cases it will return true. And equal to will check for equal values. It will return true only when A and B, for example, will have the uh, similar values. For example, A is greater than B. If we write like this, say like this, for example, say value of A is 90 and value of B is say 67. In this case, what will happen? It will return true. And A, if we write A is less than B, okay, in this case it will return false because A value is 90 and B value is 67. Now here if we write A and here if we write say B, then it will return true because A value is greater than B's value. For example, say value of B is also 90. So here what will happen, A is not greater than B, but A and B values are equal. In that case also it will return true. So similar to A and B, it will check for less than and or equal to. So here A and B, this condition and this condition will check true because now both the values are equal. But if say A value is 90, B value is 9, then this will return true, but this will return false. So that's why we call it greater than or equal to. It checks two conditions at a time. And now again I'm changing the value of B to 90. Now here what will happen, A and B, because both the values are equal, so it will return true. So now let's run this program. Now if we run this program, let's see, uh, okay, right click, void main. So the bigger number is 34 is coming. Okay, now you see that suppose if we want to check uh, three values, for example, say C is equal to 78. Now the problem is I have three values A, B and C. Now if I check three values, then the problem is you'll have to check whether A is greater than B or not and A is greater than C or not. If both the cases are true, then only you can declare that A is the bigger value. Same is applicable to B also. Okay, suppose if I want to find whether B is greater than other variables or not, I'll have to compare B with A as well, and also I'll have to compare B with C as well. So in if both the cases, means B is greater than A and B is greater than C, are true, then only I can declare B as the greatest number, or same is applicable to C. So in this kind of uh, situation, what happens that we cannot use if else, rather we'll have to use if else if. And always remember, if we use always with a condition. Now suppose if I want to find out which is the biggest number here, so what I'll do, you know that if A has to be the bigger number, then A has to be greater than B, also A has to be greater than C. So I already have checked A is greater than B over here, and then I also have to check whether A is greater than C or not. Now this AND symbol, this we call AND symbol, and this AND symbol specialty is what? When this condition and this condition, both the condition will return true, then only this entire condition will return true. And this AND, using this sign ampersand, double ampersand or AND, we can join as many conditions as we want. But do remember one thing, that we will have to write each condition completely. You cannot write A is greater than B and C, not like that. You'll have to write A is greater than B and A is greater than C both. Now next is what? If A is not the biggest number, then I'm going to check whether B is the biggest number or not. In that case, B is greater than A and B is greater than C. Both the conditions will have to check. But here what is happening, I only have written else part, and now where to check the condition, because without if I cannot check any condition. So for that, again we will write the else part only, but I'll add another if over here, and I'll write whether B is greater than C and B is greater than D or not. Okay, and then if this is the case, then the uh, say the greatest or whatever, largest, whatever you write, okay, number as B. And if this is also false, suppose A is not the, here actually what is the greatest number is C. Now here if this condition is false, this condition is false, then next what I'll do, I'm going to add one more else over here. But here what I'm doing, I'm not checking any condition for, you can check, but I'm not checking any condition for C. The reason is, when the computer program works, it always works from top to bottom. Okay, it starts from the top and ends in the bottom. So suppose first when you run the program, first it will find this condition. If this condition is true, means what? The largest number is A. If not, then it will come to else part and it will check for another condition. And if this condition is true, then it will print this and the program will stop. So whichever step it will find the program is true, it will stop in there only. So but in suppose the first condition is also false, second condition is also false, that means what? A is not the greatest, or B is also not the greatest number. So that means the only numbers left is C. So I don't need to check any value for C. So that means the C is the greatest. So I'm not checking any condition for C. So now there's a mistake over here. I'll write C over here. So the largest number is C. So let's run this program now. Compile. Okay, there's some error is there. So you press Control K. Cannot find symbol variable D. B is greater than C, and sorry, there's a mistake. And B is greater than A, not D. So B is greater than A. So compile. Now see this error, that D. So D, now A, B, and C. These three names are known to computer, but by mistake I typed out D over here. So D I haven't declared anywhere, so computer doesn't know what D is. So that's why the computer compiler showed error over here. So let's run the program now. Let's compile it. Now right click, new if demo, okay, right click, void main. So greatest number, largest number is 78, or you can try changing the numbers also. This is 340. So now 340 should come. So new demo, okay, right click, void main. So 340 is coming. So whichever position this so it's, I'm changing it to 900. So you can see 900. So that's why I was not checking for the condition at the end. Means wherever this condition is returning true, the program will stop. The program will execute that body and will stop from there. So this is a specialty. This is how we can use if else, and if else if in our program. Now you can you have to remember one thing, that the body, this is suppose the if body, this is else if body, and this is the else body. Now in this body, if you have only one line, then this curly brackets are optional. It's up to you whether you can, if you want you can keep those curly brackets, or if you don't want, no problem. If it is only one line, then you can remove those. But still, if you run the program, no error will come and it will run. But the only thing is that if you want to add one more statement over here, for example, I want to write this and I want to add, say, uh, thank you at the end. Now if you compile, it'll show you error, and what error is coming? Else without if. Because if you don't give bracket, the compiler will consider only the next immediate line as a part of this if. It won't consider this, so it will become a orphan case in that case. So here, if we are using this more than one line, then bracket are compulsory. And then you can see here, right click, if okay, right click, and void main. Now both the lines are coming. So the point is, if you are using only one line, then this curly brackets are optional. But if you are using, if you're printing more than one line, or if you're using more than one line in the body, then the curly brackets are compulsory. And whatever you will write inside the body, all the statements will be executed. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you, how to use if else and if else if in a program. So let's try some other symbols. You can use greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. Okay, you can write your own program with using if else and if else if. Thank you.